was always in the gym. I was a part of every fitness class. I was going to spin classes. I was going to boxing classes. I was on the Stairmaster for hours. I was on the elliptical for hours. I was doing any and every workout, you name it, and I was not seeing any changes in my body. I was tired of starting over. I was tired of feeling overwhelmed with the gym and nothing was sticking until I finally decided that I was going to start walking, and walking is what completely transformed my body. I'm going to talk about the changes I saw in my body and why I started this journey and how you can do the same thing. So comment down below, walk, if you're ready to start your glow up journey, transform your body and get into the best shape of your life and just really transform and get to where you want to be. So the reason I finally decided to start walking was I was just tired of the same cycle of going to the gym, working out, and then being ravenously hungry after, and then again being like, okay, I'm gonna burn this off, whatever I ate, because I ate so unhealthy the night before, the day before. So when I came across the idea of simply walking, specifically getting around 10,000 steps a day, I saw this article, heard about how 10,000 steps a day is kind of like that marker for being active, and just doing an inventory myself and seeing how many steps I was getting a day myself, which was no more than like 1,000, 2,000 steps max a day. So I'm like, yeah, like something has to change with that, especially when I started working remotely. I was barely getting any steps. I was basically super sedentary. Never, if I didn't go to the gym, then it was just the worst amount of movement that you could possibly think of. So I was like, yeah, this is something that's doable, attainable, and it's not going to burn me out, you know, again, with that cycle of like, oh my gosh, I ate really bad. Let me go work this off. Let me be on the treadmill, like on an incline, and let me be sweating profusely in order to burn off the whatever I just ate. So I built up to the 10,000 steps over time. And like I mentioned, I started at 5,000 and I'm like, okay, we'll go to 6, 7. And before you know it, getting 10,000 steps a day, which became the goal. And so from there, that's when I was like, okay, how am I going to get these 10,000 steps a day? I'm going to make sure that I walk in the morning before work. I'm going to go on my lunch break if I can, and then go for an evening walk, literally finding little ways in between the day to get more steps. Some game changers for me to get those steps in. I look for all types of ways to get the steps in. So I will park my car further away so that I'm getting those extra steps of going in the store, which saves time anyway, because instead of circling around the parking lot, I'm able to just, okay, I'm just gonna go park in the back. I don't have to worry about being too close to anyone's car. I'm hitting my car door, anything like that. And then I'm getting steps and I don't have to circle around. So it's kind of a win-win. It's like I'm getting more steps in, rewarding myself. So I just look at it as this is perfect. This is a perfect way to get more steps in. And then parking further away, taking the stairs instead of the elevator, just finding all those little ways, because they all add up. Before you know it, you can look back and like, wow, I can't believe I got 10,000 steps, right? Because all like the little steps, all those little decisions and changes make such a big difference. So that's another thing that I did in order to get those 10,000 steps a day and to just really enhance my walks. And then another thing that I would do is I would talk on the phone with my friend, with my family on my walks, so that it doesn't seem so daunting as well. It's just like, okay, it seems like it goes by super quick if I go for a walk in the park, but I'm on the phone with my sister, I'm talking, then before you know it, I'm walking for an hour, not even noticing it, right? Taking a different route, walking to the store if I can, instead of ordering my groceries, walking to the store to get a few things if it's not a bunch to carry. When I go in the store, going to the store, period, even if I drive there, but walking around the store as opposed to ordering my groceries online, all the little things add up, every little bit counts. And that's where I start to just see a really big accumulation of getting my steps. And then again, like I mentioned, like just making it more enjoyable, even if going on the treadmill, taking that time to listen to a podcast instead of just laying in my bed, listen to that podcast. It's a perfect way to listen to an hour-long podcast on the treadmill. So it's like a win-win. You're getting to watch that, you're getting your steps in. It's just a perfect combination. Or listening to favorite music, so many different ways, a TV show, all of that. You can do that on your walk so it doesn't feel so boring, but it's basically making it fun. So let's talk about how my body changed from walking. Like I mentioned, I was always in the gym. I was a part of every fitness class. I was going to spin classes. I was going to boxing classes. I was on the Stairmaster for hours. I was on the elliptical for hours. I was doing any and every workout, you name it, and I was not seeing any changes in my body. And my kind of, what I feel like that was kind of attributed to is just the fact that I was like stressing my body, raising my cortisol levels just to another level, making myself ravenously hungry after those workouts, and then going and binge eating a bunch of food and calories when I could really have just been walking, doing this low intensity, steady state workout, which is just so great because it doesn't spike my cortisol levels, it doesn't make me ravenously hungry, and it's something that is very achievable, right? It's not like daunting, like, oh my gosh, I have to go walk. It's enjoyable. It doesn't feel incredibly hard when you're doing it. It just really feels relaxing. It's really attainable. It's such an easy entry level thing to do for someone that's wanting to start their workout journey, their weight loss journey, fat loss journey, but like don't know where to start. Don't even have to have a membership to a gym. Going to the park for walks, going outside for walks, going around your neighborhood is just something that's really attainable. So that's something that I was like, okay, this is amazing. This is something that I can do. And when I started walking, I just noticed a multitude of changes. I lost 30 pounds in total, and this happened because I started incorporating walking into my fitness journey. And with the 30 pounds that I lost just came so many other things. Like I lost stomach fat, my body just overall slimmed out, my face slimmed out. I was just really puffy and I just feel like I was inflamed, everything, but my clothes started to fit better, just all around. I became way less bloated from walking. Like I mentioned before, doing these high intensity workout classes, I never was seeing any changes with my belly, my stomach fat. And I feel like it was actually doing worse for me than it was doing better, because I, again, just feel like my body felt like we were under attack and we were just storing extra fat and storing calories, and I just felt inflamed overall. And also just walking just helped improve my digestion, my gut health. Again, beyond just the physical of how my body changed, how I lost over 30 pounds, how I slimmed out overall, and just overall feel like I look so much better and lean. In addition to the physical aspects, like there were so many changes other than just physical that I got from walking. And one of those is just the improved energy. I now feel so energized. I'm able to sleep throughout the night. Before, I just had the worst sleep. Like I was waking up in the middle of the night. I just feel like, again, my body just kind of, hormones and everything was all over the place. But then I finally was able to sleep through the night. I was able to wake up not feeling extremely tired and groggy. I woke up and I just had this routine where I'd wake up and I'd go for my walk. And again, just getting those steps throughout the day and then going for an evening walk. And I just feel like it had relaxed my body so much and just allow my body to just be at ease while I lost the weight and not be like just really stressed. And then another really important thing that is because, again, I was not just losing weight where I'm losing muscle and at the same time, but I was losing fat, because when we're walking, we're in a low intensity steady state cardio, which allows us to be in fat burning mode. And also when I learned that, I'm like, yeah, this is even more amazing, because I don't want to be burning carbs and then that starts going into muscle, but I want to be in this low steady state cardio where I'm burning fat. And that's kind of the specific thing that I want to do. I want to lose fat, not just weight overall. So just all around improvement, improved my mood. I was in a much better mood. I used to always be like cranky, aggravated, because I was like hangry. So walking just put me in a better mood where I'm like, again, at ease throughout the day. And my anxiety that I would have before, just like anxious, that also improved. And again, just the bad habits of wanting to binge eat, wanting to just eat like crazy after these workouts, that also improves. And then just my overall glow, I feel like, happened from walking, because it just felt so good. And it let me know that I was doing something good for myself, showing up every day, and there was no better feeling. Another thing that I got from walking is just discipline. When I tell you, before, I was like all over the place because I was dreading going to the gym. I was dreading working out. I was dreading these workout classes because it just felt like so intimidating, so overwhelming. So I would go every now and then. I did a workout class on Monday. Possibly I'd go later in the week, or I'd go like twice a week or 3 times a week, but I was not consistent at all. Because again, it was not something that I actually enjoyed. It was very daunting, very overwhelming, very like, okay, I have to do this. I don't want to do this, but I have to, even though I hate it. I really looked at it as like, oh gosh, here we go. This is something I have to do. But with walking, again, walking is so therapeutic to me. It's so relaxing. It, again, doesn't feel like a chore that I have to get done. It just feels like something that my body feels is natural, right? It's not something that I'm going and I'm doing things that my body would never normally do, right? In this case, like this is something that my body naturally does. So just like walking outside, walking to the store, it's natural things, but it's just making better conscious decisions and incorporating it into my routine more. So if it is like raining outside or the weather's bad, like being so disciplined that I'm like, okay, I'm going to go walk at the gym, right? Or like, I have my walking pad and I'm going to use my walking pad because it's raining, right? Or because it's like too hot to walk outside. Just really allowing myself to not make excuses and just allowing me to have this routine and be disciplined where I am going in the morning for a walk and I'm also going for a walk in the evening. And then that discipline just also spills into other areas of my life too, where, for example, like with better nutrition habits, because I'm showing up for myself in such a great way with going for walks, with this disciplined walking, that like, why wouldn't I want to be disciplined also with my eating, right? Like it kind of just goes hand in hand with the discipline that I built from walking. It just spills into other areas of my life, which just completely set me up for success. So pairing that nutrition with my walks was really a game changer, really changed and transformed my body and just transformed me in so many ways. The discipline that comes from it is crazy because I'm not always motivated to go for walks. I'm not like always excited. I don't dread it, but I'm not like, there's times where I'm like, okay, there's something else I could be doing. But I'm very disciplined because of the continued routine with my walks that like it is a non-negotiable. Like I don't even consider skipping walking like one day, and that discipline allowed me to lose the fat but also just maintain that fat loss as well. And the other thing that I did to really ramp up my fat loss and really improve on my fitness journey with the walking was that I paired it with better nutrition habits. Because before, like I mentioned, I'd go do this crazy workout and then I'm like, what are we gonna eat? You know, what restaurant are we going to? And I just would go ham. I'd go crazy with the foods that I decided to eat. So with walking, I didn't have those intense urges with eating anymore, and I wanted to eat better. I wanted to change my eating habits. I wanted to pair it with the walking. I was making healthy choices with moving my body in such a positive way that I wanted to make healthy choices in other areas of my life. So instead of eating all these processed foods, going out to eat so much, I just began cooking at home and focusing on whole foods. So whole foods like vegetables and fruits, and instead of eating all these packaged foods that have so much sodium, have so many carbs, just have so much oils and sugars and everything, I just started making my own foods, eating balanced meals with healthy fats, healthy complex carbs, protein, and just getting all of the food groups and making sure that I'm eating the healthiest foods. So eating a full balanced meal and eating things like salmon and vegetables, broccoli, eating sweet potato, just foods that were very filling and satisfying, and also the protein so that I'm not losing muscle, but eating these full balanced meals. So that's another thing that really helped to transform my body, is just pairing the walking with these healthy choices and not looking at food as cheat meals, but making my food just enjoyable overall. The healthy foods that I was eating didn't mean that it had to be bland, but it was healthy and delicious at the same time. Just really learning how to eat better and making sure that I wasn't snacking on all these crazy foods all day long, but having just healthy foods within reach, making my snacks still healthy. So So a lot of my snacks are, I'm eating almonds. A lot of my snacks are fruit, right? Having the fruit ready, setting myself up for success, having cut up strawberries, having blueberries ready to eat, having cut up dragon fruit, having cut up kiwi, just things like that. So that when I am craving something sweet, like I have the fruit ready to go. If I'm craving something sweet, I have dates that I can eat. So just all these different options, having carrots cut up. So just having variety in my snacks. So again, I'm not wanting to binge eat. I'm not wanting to order food late at night, eat cookies and chips and things like that, but instead just having these healthy options ready to go. So comment down below if you are ready to get on your walking fitness journey. Comment down below how many steps you normally get a day and how you plan to change that. And I'm really excited for you to get on your fitness journey and reach your fitness goals, and also let me know what your goals are down below. But I am so excited that you decided to tune into my video, and I thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.